one day it decided to turn off like it did this evening.
Oh, because it seemed like it wasn't the first time it happened.
Yeah. Sorry, I know I'm all over the place.
Yeah.
But I need to find my phone. I almost fell over.
There. My God.
It's just, I think it's also panic mode. It's like, oh, it's already live. It's live.
Panic mode with the ankle cuffs on too.
Yeah. Also, yeah. I'm not used to my feet. What? Who says that? But yes.
Yes.
But yes, back again.
Yes.
And welcome to episode 23.
23?
Yeah, of Why We're Not Recording This. And it's myself, Nate, and Katie.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. It's been, I feel like I need to relax. I felt like, I feel like I need to relax.
It's been a couple of days since we spoke with Becky.
Keep talking.
That's where we're at.
Yes, it's been a couple of days since we spoke with Becky. I told you I don't have my football.
So it's just been a couple of days since we spoke with Becky. Nate's just all over the place. He's also wearing weights on his ankles, which is probably she's got the ball. But yeah, we're back, and it's just the two of us again, and we're gonna have a conversation.
Yeah, as always.
Straight to your ears.
Yeah, as always. And before we proceed, please do like, comment, and subscribe. Yes, I'm keeping up with housekeep. Mm-hmm. So yeah. As we were, how's things? Because
I've never seen you start an episode out of breath before.
No, because I messed up by hitting record before I knew I was actually ready. I just hit record, and the next I was like, oh,
where's my phone? Where's my feet?
I still had an ear in, but yeah, like how's things? Like, how are you?
Do you know what? Really, really good. Really good at the moment. A couple of life things have happened that reminded me that I'm an adult and I need to understand how to fix shit immediately off the bat with
Did you fix
the
the
curse
table?
word. No, not the table. Come on, man.
Sorry.
How are you gonna?
I was trying to.
Okay, I have a wobbly table at home and I will fix it one day. Other than that, someone smashed my car window in. Someone smashed my car window. Oh man, why? Well, okay, let me set the scene for you.
Wait,
I went to
you?
work. I was at work. I parked the car in this car park that I park at. It's a little bit janky, but it's cheap. So I just parked the car there. Never had a problem. Mm-hmm. And then I just came back from a really nice day at work. A gorgeous day. And then I just got back to the car and I was like, like from afar. Do you know, because when you're walking up to something, I was like, God, that's crazy. It looks like my car window smashed. That is wild.
Yeah. And
then I was just like, I even stopped to take a picture of some new graffiti. That's what this car park is like. But I was like, oh, that's really nice. Like, really, really nice craftsmanship. And then I got closer and I was like, really does look like it. Oh, it is smashed. So someone smashed through the car and then must have like looked through all my stuff because the stuff was everywhere. But then again, my car was kind of messy. So I'm assuming they rifled. And they didn't even take anything. Nothing. Like, they broke their way into a car. So that's the most offensive part of the whole situation. So I was like, oh no, my things. Oh shit. And I was like going through it and I was like, wait, why does the only thing that's missing look like it's my crate of waters? I swear they took a crate of waters.
You know what?
I'm
leaving with some. I'm from around the way.
So they really did leave with something, like my coat. They could have taken my coat. I had like a plant pot from a charity shop. I had like my paintbrushes were in there. Yeah. My paints were in there.
Yeah.
Clearly not an artist. They just broke in, took some water, and then just like it was just crazy. And it was one of those ones where it was like, it's just a reminder that I'm an adult, because I was like, what am I supposed to do?
What's the procedure?
Like, what's the procedure?
I've never been. I'm
What's the procedure? Like, what do I do? So my first port of call was like, I'm just gonna smash the rest of the glass. So I just
or was it like,
I was just knocking it, and then I was like, oh, should I have opened the door and knocked the glass on the outside of the car?
Yeah, but then fingerprints in case something has been...
I mean, I wasn't even thinking that. So I did all of that, and then I had to call insurance. It's just been a day of phone calls. Like, I don't like phone calls, really.
Yeah, that's quite adulting.
I'm such an adult.
Yeah.
And then, so there was that. And to be fair, the whole situation wasn't like, oh, I'm stressed. No, people were asking if I was, like, scared and stuff. And I was like, should I be?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know because it's like It's a violation, isn't it?
Yeah, true, it is. And to be fair, it just means that area is not necessarily safe.
Yeah, and I always thought it was.
Yeah.
I just thought like Manchester's got a bad reputation. But no, so that happened. And then so I've been on the phone a lot. Insurance people are really rude, is what I've realised.
Oh, really?
So rude. I didn't like it at all. Yeah, I hung up on the guy. It was just really rude. Beyond that, life's been nice. Starting my MA tomorrow, which is kind of crazy. Going back into education, baby.
Do you know, I'm low-key mad you said that, because then mama's going to be like, yeah. So when you doing yours? Because I keep saying,
No, are you
I
doing
want
yours?
to, but at the same time, I'm like...
Do you know what? With an MA, the time really has to be right. Because
Yeah.
like I now really want to do one. Like I'm so desperate to do it at my MA that I can't wait to start. But like I've had a 5-year window break from education. And like I think I needed that time to just be like, all right, okay, let me just figure out, especially in design.
Yeah.
I think I needed to just find out how I like to work, how I don't like to work. Some artists that I like, some artists that I don't like. Do you know what I mean? I think I've got like a nice balance of those things. And so I'm ready. And so you're not in a rush, but you should.
I'm not sending this one to mama. I'm just going to tell her skip the first 10 minutes. No, but no,
yeah.
that's sick. That's sick.
So yeah, car smash, MA. It's been a very balanced, upside down kind of week, but it's been really quite enjoyable. I felt quite alive. Very adult.
Did you? Yeah, no, like...
Very adult this week.
Since you asked, my week, it was...
I wasn't even
That's
finished.
alright.
And so another thing that I'm joking.
No, I'm joking.
How was your week?
Funny you ask. Because I was going to tell you anyway. But no, it's, do you know what? It's been a tired week mentally, or maybe just readjusting.
Go on.
Okay, do you know what? Maybe it's a week where I decided to freak everything, if that makes sense. So, because now I'm in the office, okay, it's just me listening to my body. So cool, my routine was on point, but like last week, it like fell off a little bit and I identified what it was.
Okay.
And it's the fact that actually, yes, I already asked you if we're cool with recording on Tuesdays, but one of the reasons for that is because I felt like there was an imbalance. Because so now I'm in the office Monday, Tuesday, or Tuesday, Wednesday.
What was your old routine?
Monday, Friday, and Tuesday, Thursday.
Wait, what? Wait.
So
wait,
one week.
Go on.
So 1 week, I mean,
Oh,
I used to be in Tuesday,
Because I
Thursday.
thought you just say Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, but in the weirdest way, Monday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday. It's like, why would
No.
you said it like that? Okay.
I can
1 week
remember.
you're in Monday, Friday, next week you're in Thursday,
No, Tuesday, Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah. So now, after my break, now I'm in Monday, Tuesday.
Right.
And then Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay. Okay, I hear you.
Yeah. So
So you are top load in the week with like
yeah.
a lot of energy, a lot of like, because you have to leave and you have to commute and you have to, you really feel the grind by having to go into somewhere.
Yeah.
It's like in your face.
To the point that I was feeling. Yeah, I was mentally confused. I was confused. Like, wait, like my body was just confused.
You don't like it?
I do not like it. I'm curious.
Okay.
Well, hence why, like, if you look over there, I've already rearranged it in terms of how my routine was. Because I was, like, obviously I had my routine in the past.
Yeah.
Like, what I do on those evenings. Mm-hmm. And also, one of the other reasons is the fact that I feel like it opens doors for whatever's happening on the Friday or the Saturday if we want to do something outside.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what, let's do it on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then, well, obviously it opens up the rest of the week and then gives me more time to edit as well.
That kind of works. And I like that you've kind of got randoms, like slot bang in the middle of the week.
Yeah.
And
that's what I mean. The randoms are
kind of works
confused.
too. Yeah, randoms is all over the place.
Yeah, my randoms were all over the place. Because before, my randoms were on Sunday and Monday. But it can't be. Because really, my randoms are my reset.
Yeah.
So I can't reset and then be flat out straight away. And then...
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like I was.
Okay, so a change of routine is happening, which
Yeah.
is interesting because it sounds, by the sounds of it, a change of routine is happening for the both of us.
Yeah,
Do you know
sorry.
what I mean? Just in terms of
That
like,
you're in it too. Sorry, like I mean,
I'm there as well.
I usually freak it on my own, but now I'm sorry. You got
but
logged into
it's
this
true
one.
though, and I quite like that you have to just constantly adapt. Do you know what? That's not true for most people, but I can't speak for most people, but it is for us in terms of an ever-changing routine.
Yeah.
I quite like that though.
Yeah.
Instead of being locked in
No,
on this
like,
routine where it's
yeah.
like, nah, Monday, Friday
Yeah.
is all work. Do you know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah.
So
It was.
you're working from home a lot of the week,
Yeah.
and then going in some days of the week. My routine is just it's just not 9 to 5
Yeah.
at all. But yeah, I quite like the change, and I feel like it keeps you on your toes.
Yeah.
And the fact that you have to mentally switch up when you're going to do certain days and when you're going to keep certain days sacred is so important.
Oh yeah.
It's like a lost art, isn't it?
I gotta have my randoms.
You do have to have your randoms.
Like,
For
not
those who are
just-
new to the channel, randoms is Nate's day when he does whatever he wants to do on those
Yeah.
days.
And
Henceforth, randoms. Everyone should have a randoms.
yeah.
To be fair, everyone should have like a day where it
It's
is
just
like a
follow your
sacred day
spirit,
of
yeah.
like do it however you want to do it.
Yeah. What do you
I
feel
really
like
like
doing?
that.
Yeah. So like, well, to be fair, the last randoms, man, I was actually outside. I was shooting with subs. It was good to see the home.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, that was fun. Because I was meant to see you, but it didn't happen. Yeah. Twice, oh! But yeah, no, like it was good to see him. Like it's been a minute. So we shot his music video. That was
What's the track? When's
a
it drop?
track. When's it? Oh.
I know. So sorry. As I asked that question, I was like, oh my God.
I'm still working. I'm still editing that. But so far, I'm enjoying
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the process.
Yes.
But that's the thing. Like I was on the phone to one of the homies, Christopher, and I was saying to him, you know, sometimes with my work, it's like I don't know how to evaluate it post in terms of is it good, is it not.
Yeah.
But my measure is kind of how much fun I had in between.
Yeah.
Like during, because so sometimes it's just like, wait, is it really as good as it was? But I really like this part. Ooh.
Yeah.
Like,
so
I'm
how
glad I
do
did that.
how do you trust it then? Because with any creative process, we kind of have to be opinionated, not like steadfast. It doesn't have to be yes, it's great, or yes, no, it's shit. It just needs to be like an opinion. How do you like evaluate? Like how do you release work? Because I've noticed you do have a thing with maybe being over analytical.
Yeah.
With your own work, which to a degree is great, but if you overstep that line, then it's crippling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
But like,
it's good question actually. I didn't think
Thanks.
I wasn't ready for a follow-up question, but
you got one.
it's like yes, I know I kind of overdo it subjectively, but at the same time, completion is like it's almost like when I decide like no, I'm done. Then that's-
Instinctively.
yeah,
Okay.
it's kind of like it's just like I know what I've had my time with this now, so really doesn't usually take that long unless I've got an issue with something. Then it's gonna take long because I'm trying to work out how to actually resolve the issue before I move forward. But ultimately, it's just like I decided I'm done, and I hope it's as good as I did it.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I don't know if it's good or not, or if it's it's just like, did I enjoy myself? Yeah, I did. Okay, now this is boring. Then that's it done.
Yeah. As soon as it starts to become boring, you should probably stop
Yeah,
there,
so
because
like
if you're
that's-
bored making the
yeah.
thing, it's probably boring to the viewer as well.
Yeah.
Do you know, like it's kind of true. I think that is a good answer to that question of like,
Yeah.
how do you measure?
It's like, well, I've had my fun.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
bored
that's
of it.
literally
I'm
how.
bored of this process right now. Okay, that means you were done. You're probably done like a day ago.
Maybe,
Yeah.
but yeah, I guess that's how I measure. Like that's
So, what was your favorite
It's-
part of the process? Because you just shot a music video with subs
yeah,
of his newest track.
yeah. Well, like one of my newest
One of-
ones, because he's got a lot in the chamber.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you know what?
Oh, we don't clap on here anymore because it's
Yeah.
so.
See, that's why I did a light one. Like you did a very good.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know what the power, the ones that echo.
What was that noise?
It's my ankles.
This man is wearing ankle weights on the table.
Okay, so-
I thought the sky was falling. Yes.
I like to freak it.
You
So
do.
now when I'm in the apartment, I'm wearing ankle weights. Don't ask.
I have so many questions, but I just won't ask. Like, what is it? What is it for? I love how you said don't ask. What is it for? It looks cool.
Because I felt like it.
But what does it do?
Well, it's gonna be good for my legs, and it's some sort of mini workout, I guess.
Okay, it looks quite cool as well to like move those.
Yeah. See, saying that is the thing that's gonna make me wear them outside. Next thing I'm strolling down like, yo,
I would
dragging
really
my
like
feet.
see you running downhill in those because
Yeah.
they would be the first thing. Anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just shot a music video. What is your favorite and least favorite part of the process?
Do you know what? Well, I don't know how it's gonna sound, but so.
Not to be rude or anything, but
No. Yeah, and then proceeds to be rude. No, so what do you call this? Planned it like Saturday. Didn't even check the weather or anything
Yeah.
like that. So got to his thinking, you know what? Saturday. It's been a good day. Sun's been out. It's kind of like what I had in my mind.
Yeah,
you know
it was
what I
a
mean?
nice looking Saturday,
Exactly.
yeah.
Cool. Get there at about 10:30, and I was actually kind of on time. I was half an hour late. I said to him 9:30, 10, but I was there at 10:30, but technically on time.
Yep.
Anyways, it was good vibes. And then, I went inside, set up, got my things right, put the light on, and then, just my preps.
Mm-hmm.
And then as we were about to walk outside, it starts raining.
Yep. It rained hard.
Yeah, it starts raining.
So I just clocked what happened on Saturday night. Yeah, it rained hard.
Yeah, so it rained. Then we're like, should we go back in? Yeah, we went back in, started chopping it, just usual catch up. And then when we were done, like, all right, should we go record? It was done. Like, it stopped raining.
Nice.
Stopped raining. We did a take. And it was one of those ones that it's a peak thing because it's like, should we still record? And I'm like, no, let's write it out.
Yeah.
And then started raining. Cool. Bam. Go outside. It stops raining. Everything's just glistening.
That's what you need.
The lighting was just like, I was
smell,
like, ooh.
Like,
it's like,
situation.
even better.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like street lights, everything's glistening, all the rain in the road. It's like, okay, this is what I'm talking about. So yeah, we did it. And although I would have liked to try maybe more lenses, because I wanted to do 2 versions, one with a different lens and one with a different one.
And you were going to chop in between?
No. I was going to say which one.
Oh, okay.
See, that's where my creative process is.
Yeah.
Sometimes it might overdo pre, and then it might be a lot of work post.
Mm-hmm.
But when I decide, I'm done. Because that's the thing. If maybe I like a certain focal length better, it's like, you know what? This is what I'm going to use.
Yeah.
But then sometimes it's like, you know what? I'm not going to stick to one. But this time, it looked all right. It looked all right.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, so I'm excited to drop that.
Sneak peek preview.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's almost done. Probably need a day or 2 to finish it up.
We do like a one take.
I
like a one take on this show.
Yeah, it's just they hit different. It just feels like you're following through something.
It's almost unnoticeable. Like sometimes for me, it's like an unnoticeable thing, and then you're like, when it gets to the end, it was like, oh yeah. Like the whole thing was done in one.
Yeah.
Like that film about the kitchen. What's that film about the kitchen? What's it called? Is it called Burn? Not the one with Bradley Cooper. What's the one? Have I told you about this film before?
I don't think so.
No.
And if you have, my memory can be a bit hazy.
Okay, we'll put the film here.
But the kitchen. No, it's usually down there, not at the top. It's just somewhere here. Well, it's gonna be there. Yeah.
Yeah, there's this film, and I watched the whole film. The film is like full on. You should watch it actually when I remember what it is and send it to you. But like I didn't even realize after watching it that it was a one take film.
Ooh.
Like it literally done in one take. And then I remember speaking to someone at work about it, and they were like, "Oh yeah, the one take," and I was like, "No, wait, sorry, what?" And then I had to watch the film again, and I was like, "This is crazy." So it was literally done, and you can almost, because the whole film feels so chaotic. I mean, it's about a kitchen in the first place, but it feels even more chaotic because you know the people in the background are running from position to position.
Yeah,
so
tweaking things, make sure this is...
It was a manic situation. Like the whole environment of filming it was crazy, and the actors had to do different things. Oh, it's so good, but a one take, it just has so much energy in it.
Yeah.
But like I feel like the one you just recorded with the subs is this like, maybe we should talk about it until it's actually out.
Yeah, I think now it's just like...
This is very good.
Yeah.
We won't go into analytic detail. You got subs watching it like, what did you do with my video?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But like
Away flip-flops.
to be fair, because you're meant to come through on Saturday. I was just gonna spring it up on you, be like, yo, let's go.
That would have been nice.
Didn't mean to click, but yeah, I was just gonna. But then Godspeed.
Yeah.
So exactly. So life happens.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. So it was just like, okay, cool. Because you just reminded me that people moving things, blah, blah, blah. Because I was going to start describing things that happened. But at one point I had to open the gate and I had to make sure I'm shooting. But it was fun. Like, that's what I mean. Like the whole process was fun.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, that's what I was up to this weekend. And then, and the good thing about it, it's one of those confirmation bias in the sense of, because my week was all over the place, after I rearranged it on Friday, because that's when I was initially going to ask you if you're down to record on Tuesday. Yeah, that's when I decided, like, you know what, this is, And then from there, and then I went to see subs, like, since we've rearranged it, let's see what this door entails. So I opened that door, then I just, like, rocked up to his, and then we chopped, and like, yo, let's record something for this track. Like, all right, cool. And then it unfolded. So yeah, that's why today I'm a bit, all right, let's go.
Yeah, man.
Even though I was out of breath, but that's a different subject.
I honestly do like, so you do have like a way of being really, what's the word? It's not critical. And it's also quite fluid. So it's kind of strict in a way. Disciplined. That's the word I'm looking for. It's disciplined. It's a disciplined week. Like, yes, you can have a Wednesday which is just randoms day. But like I have always noticed that about you, but I think it's something I'm going to start applying properly into my existence, especially with like new things that are happening. So with like MA starting now, which is always on a Monday, it means my whole week has shifted in comparison to what it was. It's not last year, but it is in education. Last term, a couple of months ago, before summer, pre-summer, was like, I'm not in on Fridays. You know what I mean? Like, having research.
Yeah, now you
Fridays,
just
and now it's like, now it's a Monday is the day you do your thing, but then the rest of the week is still. I just want to have that. I want to have, which I think I've started to get much better at, because I get very sleepy very soon. We discussed this a couple of like 2 episodes back. But like winning those mornings, and we talk about it all the time. But I just want to get that back in a like, but really strong. Yeah. I need to be more disciplined, because summer was hazy, man. Summer was nice, and like I'm just starting getting back into work now. It's slowly.
You're just finding your feet.
Yeah,
but it's like,
finding his feet, and someone smashes my window, and it's like, come on.
Yeah. But there's
I was gonna go drive.
Life will freak you too.
Somewhere. Now I've got a bin bag in the window, but you can't go on the motorway with it, even though I do. And then it's flapping all over the place. You're not allowed to go on the motorway.
It's just an open window that happens to have a bag stuck to it.
Where is it? You're not allowed to go on.
I don't know. Are you
allowed to drive with a window?
Yeah, you are.
Are you sure?
Technically, it's an open window.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Yeah, guys.
That's my common sense. Don't believe me or trust what I say, but it's just applicable to
It just so happens to have a bag stuck on it.
Well, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I'm forever snitching on thyself.
Yeah, but no. So yeah, it's been I felt like that. Like last week needed readjustments, because I think you asked me on the first week when I got back. You're like, oh yeah, how was your first week? I was like, oh yeah, it was calm. But the following week just caused a lot of confusion. Like,
do you mean physically or spiritually or all of the above? Like, with everything?
All my 3 niggas, and I've said it before, NEGUS. It's not the other niggas. But yeah, all my 3 niggas just felt confused, hence why we needed to recheck the whole thing.
What did that look like on you then? Like, what toll did that take?
What toll that take? I didn't win my mornings. I didn't do the trailer for the last episode. Or a snippet for last episode. And yeah. So
it's an interesting thing though, isn't it? Because it's like, okay, so you know, the more time that girls spend with each other, their periods sync up with each other.
Right, okay.
Did you know that?
No, never really explored. Okay.
It's one of the, I mean, why would you know? But it's still, like, so if a group of women spend a lot of time with each other, then no matter where their periods used to fall, they will
Is it just down to the frequencies?
It's an energy thing, it's a frequency thing. I'm sure there's some sort of, like, science to it, but I'm not sure what that science is. It's just a thing, that's what happens. I feel like sorry for the clap. I feel like there's the more time you spend with just humans in general, the more your lives
cycle of
tend
influence.
to start. Yeah, so the more you'll kind of start, because by the sounds of it, last week for the both of us was upside down.
Yeah. Do you know what it?
And even despite despite all of that, we're still trying to like record, trying to still have a state of normality.
Yeah.
But really, what needed to happen was like, and it did.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
Life through its curveball.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
This is just a little bit wild. We'll just pause for a minute, and I really like the fact that there's no stress on the thing. Even though we're trying to put this out every single week, and we're trying to be consistent with it, you have to be really sympathetic to yourself.
Yeah, be nice to yourself as much as you're gonna.
But be nice to each other with it as well. So it's
Yeah.
like, okay, it's just not aligned. It's just not happening. It's like, no sweat, do your thing.
Yeah,
And
it's
that-
like,
that's
yo,
totally fine.
live, do what
Do
you
your
gotta
thing.
do.
Yeah.
And then
See you during the week.
Yeah, I'll see you. Godspeed.
Yeah.
So like it was.
And so I feel like between us, there's quite a lot of alignments that have happened over like the past. Am I gonna say months or years? I'm gonna go years. I'm gonna go year.
Yeah.
Over the past year, that if we watched all of the episodes back in sync, when we talk about what those weeks are like,
Can I freak you out a little bit more?
You
So
can.
you know my analytical brain and all this and that, blah blah blah. Isn't it funny that it happened after episode 22? Now you're thinking, what? What's he talking about? Do you remember the tea break? Tea break was episode 2. Sorry, now I'm just making two twos. Like,
no, that's
wait.
fine. You do two.
So it's like, okay, episode 2.
Yeah.
That's when there was a whole lot of commotion.
If you didn't watch episode 2, go back, watch episode 2.
Yeah,
Go
there's
to about
someone-
40 minutes in and just see what you hear.
Yeah, it's called a tea break because we had to take a tea break, and that's when tea breaks were fully introduced. Like, I've got to do something for this because we don't do a second take. But yes, so I was thinking episode 2. Interesting. Episode 21, and then episode 22. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I like
But
that
then-
too.
The 2 then was a delayed reaction this time around.
And then you gave me that book, The
Which one?
22 Immutable Laws of Design.
Yeah.
And then my dad came to my flat and was like, 22, that's just been everywhere. And he took the book. He still has the book. Actually, no, he doesn't. Because my brother went round to my dad's house and was like, 22? Yeah, I need to take this. So he took the book as well. So the book's made it round. Like,
2 people.
But it has, though.
Yeah,
but
that's
it has.
true.
But there was that book. You will get that book back. Cause it's
I wonder
bright
what it
yellow
means
and
because that's how we figured out 13. But yeah, I wonder what that. I'm curious.
What's your stance on things like angel numbers?
I don't have a stance, but there's nothing that I rule out. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Because I think the creator. I mean, have you seen the universe? It's pretty cool.
wild.
We
You've
can't
seen that
rule
smudgy
anything
moon
out.
tonight.
And exactly, it's So
Okay.
I'm not against it, but I do find certain things interesting. Like,
Yeah.
And then I try and make sense. Like, I mean, my brain just went to episode 2. What happened at episode 2? Because when I remember
It
correctly,
was chaos.
yeah, because episode 1 was so smoothly, and then episode 21 was so smooth.
Yeah.
But then the
No, but
following
22
one,
went so smooth, but so it's like we got 22 done.
yeah,
And somewhere in between 22 and 23, 22.2, something like that.
Yeah, so
2 days after episode 22. It was a smashing.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm gonna remember that for now. I don't know.
Yeah, no, sorry. Now we just went on a mad tangent about numbers there we don't even know, but we know something exists about numbers. But I'm gonna research that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the 444 and 420.
222 is a thing as well. They're all quite similar, these angel numbers, but I do like them.
Yeah.
I do like having that like nugget of something to hold on to because I don't. So there's certain things I feel like we put everything in like a bracket just to try and make sense of this. How can you make sense of any
Exactly.
of this?
That's
So
why I
this
don't
is
rule
just-
anything out. Yeah.
Exactly. This is just
It's
wild.
just numbers
It's beyond
and.
our
But
understanding.
you know, it'd be weird. Imagine it was a 22 minutes that we're saying this. Sorry, go on. And I'm just trying to.
I'm desperate to know.
No, we live. We live.
It's gonna be like 18.
Yeah, now it's gonna be like 31.
You're gonna see us shuffling together like, yeah, it's not
I'll
true.
just cut the episode short. Make sure it's a 22. No, I'm joking. Go on.
But yeah, there's certain things that we do like as humans, and we just try and put like a placeholder on something. That
to make things make sense.
Like a star sign,
Yeah.
like a moon rising, like some things that maybe are more interesting than others, but like star signs, twin flames, angel numbers, that kind of stuff. And we kind of try and make sense of all these things. The thing with the numbers is just something I really like, because you check your watch at such random things. Oh, tutu. You check,
I'm saying
you
nothing.
check, and I say nothing. It's such a reach. And I so threw myself off as well. But yeah, we put things in these brackets, and you can kind of take or leave whatever you want. That's the beauty of things. But the numbers, I love the numbers, and I love 1, 2, 3, 4. I see that all the time. I'm forever with 1, 2, 3, 4, constantly. It's just so. It's every single time I check, I will catch a 1, 2, 3, 4 in a day.
Yeah.
Watch now. 3 weeks will go by, and I'll never catch that.
No, I think like it's one of those things. I feel like, well, for me anyway, I may not know what they essentially mean, but sometimes it's one of those things that just make self chuckle or laugh or whatever. It's like, oh yeah, that's a funny coincidence. It's kind of like a confirmation bias. I don't know why I keep saying confirmation bias tonight.
Second time you said that.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like you condition yourself to what makes you feel good.
Yeah.
So it's those little things, like those little moments, like oh sick,
yeah.
And then you go on
But
by
what
your
do
day.
they do? Like those little moments, like how do they make you feel? Like what do they do? Why do you like them so much?
I feel like they release something, and it's almost encouragement. Not that
it is, isn't it?
Like it's encouragement. That's what I mean about the star signs. That's why certain things I can't rule out, because I think we spoke about star signs before, and I said you asked me if I believed in them.
That was off camera, I think.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, we went outside one day.
Yeah, and my answer was I do not believe them. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is what it is. If it's out there, cool. If it's not, damn. But at the same time, every time I have looked at them in terms of like my birthday, it's like, oh, you know what? It's a confirmation bias, because whatever I get from there, there's a certain element of courage or things making sense. It's like, oh yeah, go on then. It's like, oh yeah, maybe I am feeling this way. Anyways, let me keep going.
Yeah,
that makes sense. So it's like looking for the
So it
positive.
doesn't impede on anything you're doing. It doesn't like necessarily like factor in on what it is you're doing. You just take it as
it just might give me a little boost.
I like the thing of encouragement, because that's what it feels like.
Yeah,
I feel like
exactly.
seeing those numbers, and that's just why we're such simple creatures. That's such a simple thing to see.
Yeah.
It's just an alignment of numbers that can make you feel like, yeah, do you know what? This is, I am on the right path.
Exactly. It's like I'm meant to be here. So whatever may be happening around
because
me.
is it just a coincidence? Is it really just, are you going to just pass everything off as like, that's just a coincidence, that's just a coincidence? I don't know.
Not necessarily a coincidence, but like I just think, oh, you know what, this is, like I said, encouragement. It's like, I guess I'm meant to be here, so what can we make the best out of it? Or let's enjoy it, or let's stop picking on it. I know it's dry. You're killing it right now. Damn.
I'm killing it right now.
Yeah, because like
I thought this was going to snap off significantly easier, and it didn't. I'm going to stop.
There you go.
Yep.
Looking a little dry still, but they can't see nothing.
It's okay. It's okay.
But yeah, no, like, I just feel like, for me anyway, it's like one of those things that I'm encouraging in terms of my existence. Remember, even my mantra, every time I'd say little birds, I'd be like, and chuckle to myself. It's one of those things that up the spirit, even if you're distracted, like brings you back to the present in terms of what you're saying, and you digest the information. But I do think quite a bit, so that's a different subject. Because other people might not give a damn about what I'm talking about.
And do you know what? Like, that is the beauty of everything, is that even with that, so like, there'll be people who are watching this who'll be like, absolutely agree. And there'll be people who watch this who are like, nah, like, that just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah.
And like, I think the conversation that happens in between those two ideas is like life.
Yeah, it's
that's
life.
the thing. And
it's
if you
the yin and
disagree,
the
I would just love that conversation. And it's those conversations where two people have opposing thoughts, but it's not an argument. It's just a conversation that happens. You know, just have one of those alignments. And I don't think we've had like a guest on the show yet who has like disagreed with or really, you know, like had a totally opposite stance.
But see,
I don't think we've challenged ourselves yet with someone who is like totally opposing in that way.
But do you know what I think that is? Once again, it's a hypothesis. I feel like it's also down to frequencies in terms of who do you feel like you can relate to.
Yeah.
And that's also probably why some of the guests have agreed to come, because they feel like, you know what, I can bounce something off you. So immediately there's a sort of frequency that both parties are like operating in.
Comfortable. It's a comfortable thing, isn't it?
Yes and no, because I guess maybe comfortable thing, but because they're all different people.
Right. Whatever reason today, I was on the bus on the way home, and I was just watching people, and then all of a sudden, enough of that. I was on my phone. And I was on like, what did I want to watch on YouTube? I wanted to watch this Key and Peele sketch because I hadn't seen it for ages. I'm just telling too
Which
much
one?
information
Is
now.
it
The one where he's like Barack Obama.
All right.
And he's my man.
My man. Good to see you.
And I didn't even watch that in the end because
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, there's like these little short videos on, and I was scrolling through, and obviously my algorithm has picked up like, oh, you must really like podcasts.
Yeah.
Here's loads of snippets from different podcasts, and I just was like transfixed with scrolling through, and some of it. So like I watched probably 50 different snippets of.
Or like is it called the shorts?
The shorts, yeah. So I probably watched 50 snippets of like various different people doing podcasts, and of the 50, I'd say 42, 84% of them were having conversations with people who are either sharing knowledge or passing on information, or who agree with them in like a political way or like a spiritual way or just a human kind of way. And so they were like, okay, cool. The ones that really caught my attention were was the other, right, if that's 84%, 16%. The 16% who will bring someone onto the show because of the controversy of something of their opinion, whether they're talking about
like,
gender,
is it hard right now,
politics, or like it's just someone trying to like roast someone in some kind of way. I don't know, like some of them, like 3% of them are super dark, but like I don't know, it just made me think about like us and what we're doing and like the guests we bring into the show, because maybe it is important to bring people on who have like totally opposing. I just don't know. Like, then I was thinking, like, where do you find those people? I don't think we have people who we oppose with and like.
But then at the same time, I find that we'd probably sit in and play. Because also, I guess the first step is, are we actually curious about their existence?
Yeah, I think.
But then I feel like maybe in due time. But at the same time, I'm repeating myself certain words quite a lot. But I feel like at the same time, most people that we interact with or that we sort of get curious about are the people who operate in similar frequencies, unless we're actually going to go out of our way to actually find the total opposite. But I feel like if we do that, it's going to be interesting to see the outcome in terms of who says yes and who says no. Because even those, they're probably going to seem like, it's not really our vibe. It's going to alienate them in some sort of way, if that makes sense.
You mean from a viewer's perspective?
Even from them, to be fair, I can't speak for other people. I'm hypothesizing in the sense of, let me say, I can't even think of anyone that would be opposing. But at the same time, it's like, do I really want to talk to you? Like, in terms of who we are as people. Like, yes, you exist, but like, do I even want to, well, not that I'm going to say give you airtime like that, but it's like, am I really that curious about your existence, or is it just befuddling that I'd rather stay away? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then not necessarily that we looking for people that are going to agree with everything that we say.
So then...
It's kind of like, boom. It's kind of like, sorry, I'm pointing, but it's kind of like the
I don't
thing.
find pointing rude, but
it's kind of like the thing that you said about women that then sync up their periods without even noticing, just because they're around each other. I feel like that's similar to the guests because of whatever frequencies they operate in.
Yeah. And because when we usually have guests, there's one of them and two of us. There's something in that as well, and just in terms of like. Yeah. I think we make guests comfortable enough that they can just be.
Maybe they're just leaving like, they'll never end. But to be fair,
say that.
Sorry, I shouldn't say. I hope you're still listening.
My brain just went through every guest we've had, and it's like, did they hate it?
Like, they're still here.
Wow, we're still. Oh, they've another question.
No, I'm joking. And we appreciate y'all. Because to be fair, I guess shout out to y'all because y'all joined us. It means radio. Yeah, it means radio. Yeah. But yeah, I just mean in the grander scheme of maybe, like I said, frequencies that sometimes I feel like we operate in.
But what do you think we're doing in this space? Like, how would you describe what we're doing in this space?
Do you know, I think I've said it before. It's going to sound selfish, but I feel like this is therapy for me. So...
But why have an audience? Do you know what I mean?
Why have an audience? Because I feel like maybe someone will share the same feelings as I do, but they're not necessarily vocalizing it, or I don't know. it's also a timestamp for myself. It's almost like a diary or a journal. I told you that I struggle with writing a journal, but it's also a journal for myself. It's like, all right, so this is where we were. It's like a marker. It's like just a full stop every now and again. And also, going back to why we're moving it on Tuesday, I feel like it also gives me fuel. I know it sounds selfish as hell, but like it also gives me fuel for the rest of the week, because it used to fuel me throughout the weekend.
Yeah.
But not necessarily, like, once again, it's like it's an outlet of my thoughts, as well as
and like the
else.
journey you went on to try and find what you were trying to say with that.
Yeah,
It's nice
I just
to watch
said a
that
lot of
happen.
words.
But no, it all made sense. And
Yeah,
you found how, like, the best way of articulating that. I like that journey you just went on.
Yeah.
That's cool.
No, because like going back to actually some of the people, it's like I've spoken to people and you're like, you know what, we actually have a lot in common. So it's like, you know what, maybe people do go through whatever's in my brain. So whatever's in my brain just wants out. So sorry guys, you gotta listen to what's in my brain. I just feel like it wants out, hence why I'm recording it.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, it goes back to why we're not recording this. Because every time I'm like, that was a dopest conversation. Why are we not recording this? Like, do you know what I mean? So yeah, what about you? What do you think?
I'm just here. I just show up every now and then. Camera's on for no reason.
Fairies.
No, I like the idea of it being a timestamp too, but I come from it from this like really strange angle, because I don't really listen to podcasts. I say that, but like I don't listen to podcasts.
Yeah.
And so every time I've said that to people, they're like, "What do you mean you don't listen to podcasts? You record a podcast?" And I'm like, I don't know if that's how I would call. I don't know if that's what I would call what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Because, so like with you on your side of things, you are doing the editing, meaning you are watching this back to back to back, and you're kind of like, do you know what I mean? There's like snippets and snippets, and you also watch podcasts. I don't know if that, were you watching podcasts before we started doing this, or did that kind of?
Okay, so I think the first time I came across one, it was weird because it's the conversations that Lawrence and I used to have. So this goes back to maybe 2018, 2019. That's where the idea actually started. And then to be fair, one of the first ones that I started watching was the Joe Budden podcast. And then there was Short Story Long. There's quite a lot. So I was like, it's one of those ones that...
Did you say Short Story Long on purpose just then?
Yeah, no, that's what it's called. Drama.
Oh,
so
I thought you were saying you were going to make a short story long.
To be fair, shout out to Short Story Long. I'd love to have a conversation with him because I like his brain chemistry.
Yeah.
Cool dude. And funny enough, I don't know if you ever watched Big and Rob. They were skaters. Well, Big was a bodyguard and then Rob was a skater. So Drama, whose podcast it is Rob's cousin.
Okay.
So I seen him back in the day in one of the in the TV show.
Before podcast was a podcast.
Before podcast was a thing. This is early exactly.
Yeah.
So then like he went over and stayed with him and blah blah blah. Just moved out to LA with him. I thought, oh no, cool dude. Like those were skating days or anyway. And then fast forward, it's like I'm thinking, oh, Short Story Long. That's a dope name. I'm curious. Okay, let's hear it. I'm like, yeah, Drama. I'm like, Drama. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Okay, that's cool.
Hold on. And then...
So you kind of followed someone through the internet. That sounds weird, but yeah.
Yeah. No, like it was like, well, Joe Budden, I like his music. Like that's a whole different subject. So yeah, and then also listen to the Oprah one. I have my moments. I feel like that one. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah,
So,
right.
I listen to
you've been listening to podcasts and whatnot. My take on this and like, why are you doing this, or like, what is it that you're doing? Is totally different to that, because it's like, I'm not doing this podcast so then it's like, oh yeah, I did me and my friend do a podcast together. It's not even one of those. It just feels like we're just documenting something.
Yeah.
And what I'm most interested in is what happens with that. For me, this is almost experimental. Not in terms of like, this is really experimental content. Not that, but like when you put something out onto the internet, the things that people do with it. I'm fascinated that people watch us.
Yeah.
That to me is like so interesting, because it's like, in what I want people to almost photograph what situation they are listening to us in.
Yeah.
Are you just locked in watching us on the screen, or are you doing something? Where are you at the gym?
Yeah.
Are you driving around in the car?
To be fair, like there's a few homies that have sent me their photos. Some of them are driving,
That's so interesting.
and then someone else was chilling with the kid, and then they're watching it in the back.
And my
I'm
mum
like,
sent
damn,
a
I
picture.
don't
She just
care.
had it on the TV, so she was working from home and she had it on the TV, and I was like, "This
Yeah,
is so strange."
Yeah,
so,
that element
so for
of
me,
it is quite.
I am fascinated by the fact that like we as humans can produce anything we want
Yeah,
and put it on there. I also love the time we get to spend just having conversations.
Yeah.
They're not fabricated because like what people don't see is like what we see right now, because this setup on a screen is like, whoa, like lights, camera.
Yeah.
Like it's just, there's just a camera there. And sometimes I speak to it and then sometimes I'm like, oh, what are you talking to this thing for? So for me, it's definitely a documentation of conversation, which sounds kind of dry, but it's not being received in a way which is kind of dry, which is absolutely fascinating.
It's pretty cool. Yeah. So yeah, that's essentially because have I actually asked you this question? Why did you say yes when I pitched it to you?
That's a long pause.
Yeah.
I don't even remember you actually pitching it. Like, I don't remember that conversation of being like, didn't you pitch this on like day one of me knowing you?
Yeah, like the first day we met. No, because we had a really dope conversation.
Great
And I was just left thinking, well, I'm not recording this. Well, not like. And then I said to you, like, you know what? We're gonna record
like
conversations.
it had always been there. Like, it had always been there as something which was like, I find our conversations extremely interesting. And on the drive home or whenever you leave the space, there's always things to be left thinking about. There's always like a kind of, you know what I mean? There's always
And that's
something
for me. That's a
pondering.
fuel. Yeah, that's a fuel
why.
part of it as well. It's like, okay, I've reloaded on the curiosity.
Yeah.
And also, it's also something that it's gonna hold me accountable to my own thoughts and behavior. Granted, I'm human. I'm a hypocrite, but at the same time, it's
quite hilarious, you know.
be alert. But that's the thing. It's like, you know, I can't be a hypocrite, but at the same time, having this, it's gonna be nice to watch it back and be like, you know what, this is what you said.
Yeah.
And like I said before, I'm not really good at journaling.
Yeah, it's a growth monitor for sure. Like it monitors
It's
like where you're coming from, where you're going from. I've watched like some of our early videos back, and I'll be honest, sometimes I can't watch them all the way through. I don't know what it is. There's just something about watching the conversation that we've had, which is like, I know.
It's like, okay, I get it.
Like, I've heard this before. Like,
yeah.
But like when I kind of watch it back, even how we look is younger, and it's not even been a year. It's been
We look younger,
6
innit?
months.
Really?
Yeah, I think
to be fair, yeah, I started shaving as well. I'm joking. I'm still a little patchy.
Yeah, so I think it's just a question that I think all the time is like, what's
the
this?
appeal?
Why do I love this so much?
Yeah.
What is it? Why do I love this so much? And why are people watching? I think is a very, very interesting thing to think.
Yeah. But nonetheless, we do appreciate it. We do
of
appreciate
course
it.
we. Oh my god! I hope that doesn't sound like why the hell are people. Nah, it really interests me, and I like I spent a couple of days last week just replying to things that people were saying, and I was like, this is interesting, you know.
Yeah.
Like, people are leaving comments on the thing,
Yeah,
and it's so nice to know. It's validating, which is a dangerous thing to feel based on this.
To be fair, I'm sure I told you that it's going to drive me further into my hypothesis and theories in terms of just who I am. It's going to force me to express who I am a little bit more because, well, the other episode, they put a barrier on our backs. That's part of that, essentially. Yeah. It's like, well, y'all did this.
I am blameless here.
Yeah. Oh, to be fair, I'll bring it back at some point about my track of the day. Don't worry.
Okay.
Because you said I'm blamed. I'm going to say now, it's Mac Miller, that's on me. Because I feel like random, we're not even talking music just yet. I guess we are.
But, I guess we are.
Yeah, I guess we are. But yeah, Mac Miller's been the track. Mac Miller's usually the dude that, like, when I listen to him.
Mac Miller when things are a little upsy daisy, I think.
Yeah.
When things are a little all over the place.
Yeah, that's and here's a coincidence.
Is it a coincidence?
I like my coincidences. He's also a Capricorn. That's...
What is your trait? You Capricorns.
I don't know.
No, you do.
No, I don't.
Everyone knows their traits.
No, not really. Because people should. No, I don't know. I actually don't know. But I like seeing a reference That's it. I don't need to look into everything. Does that make sense? It's like,
Makes sense.
like it's also one of those ones. It's like, oh, you know what? I'm not crazy, and the fact that that ties into play, it's like, oh, you know what? That's a funny coincidence. Maybe it's normal. So that's why it's like he's my go-to. It's like, ah, you know what? That's one dude. I wish I went to see him live.
I can't believe you didn't.
I can't believe I
It
did.
doesn't really make sense that you didn't. But hey ho, everything has a reason. All that kind of stuff. I don't know if you want to like read too much into you and him being a Capricorn, because me and Nicki Minaj are both Sagittariuses. Do you know what I mean? What is that? What does that mean?
I don't know. Make it make sense to you.
Because I tried.
Okay, like what makes sense to me is the things that he's saying, they resonate. So it's like a confirmation bias.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's like just forming confirmation biases,
So
just like the
Nicki
numbers.
Minaj, with her stage name, she has 10 letters in her name. My name has 10 letters in my name too. That's the closest I can get.
You are making me sound so corny right now. Like, you don't flip this and it sounds so corny. Nah, like, okay.
If Mac Miller was a Sagittarius,
maybe
best believe I would be owning that too. Me and Mac, we go way back, you know.
Okay, like, you know what? Let me put it in other terms.
Were you the same age? Born in the same year?
I believe so.
That's okay, that's more interesting. Were you the same age?
No, here's the thing. Oh, also, sorry, I'm going to just take it elsewhere a little bit. Even my dad is a Capricorn.
Okay, that's more interesting.
You know what I mean? So like, it's those little, it's like I said, I like to formulate confirmation biases just because it makes certain things make sense.
Yeah.
When they don't make sense.
Yeah.
So
you're just kind of picking and choosing.
Yeah.
What you want, and there's such a beauty in that.
Yeah.
In terms of things having to be like a yes or a no or a black or a white. It's kind of like, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's like check the sign. So for me, it's like I'm always, I try to always just find the positive in something. Hence why sometimes I wonder, because that's why I wondered about why our weeks were so haywire, and then I started looking for things that like kind of align or seem in common, or it's like, that's why. Oh, actually, you know what? Maybe that might be encouragement for something. Like that's, what does it mean? It's like, interesting.
Lessons to be learned, isn't it?
Exactly. So I'm always, it's gonna sound corny, but I'm trying to learn something every now and again. No, because I feel like it's
the shoulder movement that goes with it. What you say is beautiful. It's like, you know me, little old me. I'm just trying to learn something.
No, because I was trying to put it in different words. Because I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I feel like I hear that quite a lot, and that's not disrespect to them, and I mean no harm, but it's just like I didn't want to. I already sound corny, so I was trying to make this one sound less corny. Be like, oh, heard that before.
You already started it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just that me and Nicki Minaj don't have much to.
Is she your track of the day?
Go.
Is that where you're taking us?
That would be real cheese if I did that. Like, just by coincidence. Like, I've been listening to a lot of Nicki Minaj. No, I really haven't. But I saw a video of her in a studio, and I was like, oh, okay, she's actually going off.
Okay.
I don't know. She just like the music for me has never been for me. But
I
saw her in the studio. She was like wearing some crazy outfit. She had some glasses on. And, like,
crazy outfit.
Like a bucket hat. Nah, but it wasn't crazy. How dare you? My outfits are refined.
Oh wait, what? Did you connect the dots?
No, I thought you said crazy outfits because I wore a crazy outfit.
Oh, so you did connect the dots.
So tracks of the week.
Sorry. You walked into that one, but yes.
Yeah. Okay.
As you were.
Crazy? No. I can't remember what I was saying anyway.
But no, you're talking about your music studio, Nicki. Watch that, and then
she was in the I just had a respect for her because I was like, she is very talented, very talented human, very gorgeous. Do you know what? Maybe we do align. Even
if like no, it's just gonna say even if she's not talented, I think like she's one of those that you like. I know she put in the work.
Yeah.
Like when you look at someone's body of work, you're like, you know what, it's undeniable. Like I may not listen to you on a daily, but you know what, respect.
Yeah,
I see it.
What's her tribe called? Like, what's her tribe of people? You know how you got the beehive.
Are they not Barbies? Are they not Barbies?
Are they?
I think so.
Are they Barbs? Is that stupid?
Like that girl from Stranger Things. For Barbara.
I know, yeah. Stranger Things girl. Did you ever watch Stranger Things? I feel like you didn't.
Stranger Things, I did. Stranger Things.
Did you? You know Bob?
No, I know 11. Is it Stranger Things? Yeah, that's Stranger Things, isn't it?
Well, you said no, but I know 11.
No, because
Who the hell is Bob? You know Bob. She got dragged to the bottom of the pool. Bob went to the upside down too, and everyone seemed to forget about that.
You know what?
Bob was looking after the girl Nancy, and then Nancy left her to go and sleep with some boy, and left her outside the party. The monster came and dragged her down to the upside down, and everyone's looking for Will. No one cares about Bob. I'm really sorry that was tangent we've gone off on, but I felt passionately about that girl because she was forgotten about.
To be fair, blame the series as to why I forgot about her, because I stopped watching it when it watched like they hit the jackpot and they're trying to get the most out of it.
Yeah.
I feel like
no, I hear that. You can watch 2 seasons and be done. Like you can watch 1 season and to be fair.
Yeah, I felt like after, because how many seasons? I think I didn't watch season 3. Most shows I don't make it past season 3. No, to be fair, no, I do. I was about to lie there. My hypocrisy, eh?
What's your series though? I feel like you don't really watch many series. Minus Archer, which you got me hooked onto.
Yeah. So usually it's those, like the ones that I can watch like heartily when I'm doing my things. Sorry, mama. But nah, I like Ozark.
Oh.
Ozark is dope. I like This Is Us. This Is Us.
I've seen it.
This Is Us. I think it's called This Is Us.
Right.
And it's about triplets. Yeah, triplets who, well, they're really twins and a black dude. But
I need you to write up Netflix things. You know how they have a description in the thing? It's about triplets. Well, twins and a black dude.
yeah, so the twins are Caucasian and the other one is richly melaninated. And what essentially happened was they were going to have triplets and then one of them...
This is so bad.
No, basically the family... Okay, quick one.
Okay.
The family was going to have triplets, one of them died, and then they adopted the richly melaninated.
Right.
And it's just showing their dynamics and how... So it's playing in the future, in the present, and in the past, so it's in between. It's really dope. It's like whenever things happen, or if they fall out, they take you back as to where it actually started brewing and where those thoughts and the confirmation biases actually came from.
Right.
And then it's like one of those ones like, no, our memory is actually funny because you may recall an event that happened, but because you're seeing it from your perspective, it's actually not how the other person is seeing it.
Oh, you got that in there. Okay, because this show to me was like, just cancel it. Like, I don't know what you because that description was awful and the way you went back on yourself to retell the same thing you said. Whoa, mama.
I work in stages, okay?
At
first, I speak in somewhat riddles, but
but then the description actually sounds quite good. But now I can't watch it because I can't take it seriously anymore based on your description. Okay, what else do you watch?
Damn.
Well, damn. What else do you watch?
What else do I watch? I'm trying to think of a series that...
What's the newest series of something that you started
Manifest.
watching? Manifest.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So Manifest is about Flight 828. Flight 28 disappeared in the sky.
Yeah. The Malaysian one?
That's for your own research. Sorry, leave it there. But yes, so Flight 828 disappeared, and then Earth carried on for about 4 or 5 years, and then Flight 828 reappeared in the sky, and it landed. To them, it was just one flight. They had turbulence, that's it, and they landed. But back on actually Earth, about 4 or 5 years had gone by.
It's like not enough time for it to be super interesting, but it's enough time for it to be a bit weird. Do you know what I mean? Like 4 or 5 years is not like crazy interesting, but like...
Yeah, but like imagine you go on a flight and then when you land, all your relatives are like older than you, but you stay at the same age.
All right.
That everything is 5 years ahead.
Yeah.
But to you, it's just the present. You land, you're like, oh wait, what?
Okay, I could maybe add that to watch this.
Yeah,
to be fair.
and
Like,
then
maybe that sounds okay.
And then those people basically have visions of things that are going to happen.
We never talk about TV.
Yeah.
I feel like we never ever talk about TV
yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
This is so interesting because I was like, oh, you watched something new.
Yeah,
Oh
so
my
that's a
goodness.
new
Okay.
one that I've been watching, and it's really dope. I
Out of
enjoy
10?
it. Okay,
That
I
okay just
feel
should have
like
been a number.
no. Okay, here's the thing. I feel like majority of TV shows, they have a tendency to fall a little short on season 3.
It's too many seasons. All the
No,
excitement.
I don't think it's too
The
many.
excitement's happened though. It's like, oh my god, this was so cool, and you're writing it. You're like, oh, this is so cool. And now what does John do? Oh, okay. Well, John gets a new job, and then Marion loses her. Do you know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
excitement's gone.
Yeah.
Boring. It gets boring.
Yeah, there's something that
BoJack
happens.
Horseman, because that
Yeah,
felt like
but-
the whole season was written.
see-
Like every episode felt like it was written before, and they just
Yes,
made it.
exactly. I feel like majority TV shows feels like when they get to episode 3, it's like, damn, we didn't think we'd make it this far. Right.
It feels like they were surprised.
Yeah, and then episode 4, it's like, I know we're back in the groove of things.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
like usually
okay,
it's
yeah.
so like, well, it's my hypothesis. If you create something there, please don't stop after like season 2. Just
Just keep
keep going.
pushing
Season
through
3
it.
is gonna,
But it's
yeah,
your time,
yeah,
you know,
I
like
mean,
it-
Godspeed. But
yeah.
but no, like that's just my hypothesis.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's what I've been watching recently. I think it's quite interesting because then the people can appear somewhat crazy, and then they appear in certain places. Let me say they go like, anyways, I'm not gonna bore you with that. But one of my favorite ones is Fringe. Fringe is another borderline weird,
Okay.
but that one they end up cracking a code into the 4th dimension, and like there's just sorry, it triggers my brain, but
Okay.
they do quite a lot in that.
Really vague description, but like even that's enough. Even that's enough to kind of be like, yeah, I might add that
pass.
to the list.
Oh,
Add it to the list.
But yeah,
Even
no.
that's enough to be like, yeah, no.
Yeah, no, it's a good one, and that's all I've been watching really. But out of 10, I would give Manifest at the moment a solid 7.
That's quite high. That's quite high score. All right.
Yeah, no, it's because maybe I was really intrigued.
Yeah.
By
No,
everything that was
that's a
happening.
high score. I like that.
Yeah,
Okay, I might actually watch it.
yeah.
Imagine
do.
this podcast turns into like it's just TV reviews. Can you imagine? Like, that's just what it is now.
Yeah, but
Because who knows where this goes?
yeah, who knows?
We're on season 2.
We're gonna freak
Season
it.
3 might just be TV
But what if someone
shows,
just
and then
doesn't like
season
me?
4. Do you know what I mean? You based on your hypothesis.
To be fair, like the first time we kind of did it properly was like album review.
Guys,
Kendrick
but
Lamar.
TV is different though.
Yeah,
TV
TV is
shows is different
different.
because you have to consume a lot. You have to consume a lot of
And
stuff.
I don't think I
and
have the
then-
time.
And then to
consume
put
it
it
like
into
that.
conversation. Like in a week, you have to watch like season 1 of something.
Yeah, in a week I'd like to edit something or shoot something, so I don't have the time for it. That's why my TV shows have weird spurts, whereby I'll just binge one morning.
Yeah,
or
mine
one.
too.
So it's too random.
Okay. Yeah, it's,
That if I sit down, what if I'm like really fired up to do something?
exactly.
Then it's
And
like, no, I can't.
it's
so that's
on,
why-
but I'm not even watching it. I can't do that. That's why I don't watch new things on TV ever.
That's why
No new
gotta
film,
stick to Archer.
no new series. I
stick
just need to put some. I need to put something on in the background. And usually, if it's something I've seen before, if I'm doing an activity and a show is on that I've watched before, I kind of get like, I feel bothered and I don't know what it is. And then I'm like, oh, it's because a show's on in the background. And if you switch it to music, everything is fine. I have to clock when it's like, if I'm tidying the kitchen and like, let's say It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is just on in the background. Because I've seen it so many times. It gets to a point where it's like, why am I like scraping the crap out of the pan right now?
It's
Because it's just annoying.
Yeah, but see, this is where maybe there's a window there to listen to podcasts, because that's usually when I listen to podcasts, when I'm editing or when I'm working or doing something. I just have a podcast.
Just don't
on.
make it past the first like 12 minutes.
No,
Honestly.
don't say that, because someone's going to click, oh, well, if you made it here, you made it past 12 minutes.
If you can't make it 12 minutes into a podcast, your podcast aren't for you. I feel like you're either into podcasts
Yeah.
or you're not into podcasts.
You
Or there's
reckon?
this niche category of people who are not into podcasts but make one. Do you know what I mean? That's me. That's where I live. Yeah, I do. I think you listen to podcasts or you don't listen to podcasts. There's just something about it, and I don't know what it is, where I just can't concentrate. I can't do another activity when someone's talking. I feel like I can't do anything. Like the
Do you listen to
functions,
audiobooks?
No, I can't listen to them either.
Oh, okay, then that makes sense.
And I really wanted to get into audiobooks because there was this book about oh god, what was I listening to? No, it wasn't about the Romans. Some guy, what's his name? That's so annoying. This famous. Do you know what I mean? Even that. He's Russian. He's a Russian author.
Oh, yeah. No, you lost me.
And I really wanted. I was like, there was a time when I was like going for evening walks consistently. It was great. I need to do that again. But I was like, audiobooks. This is a great use of my time. Listen to audiobooks. Go for a walk. And I wasn't walking properly, and I wasn't listening properly. I just looked like
you're ready to argue with them. Like no, no.
It was like, what is he? Yeah. What is it? It was just dumb. Like I can't do two things. I can't do them all at once.
Okay, fair.
Really strange.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Because I feel like podcasts are the new form of like albums in terms of music. Well, depending on how you digest it. If you digest music in terms of the lyrical content or whatever, actually listen for the actual concept, I feel like it's just a different version of that.
Yeah.
Except
and you know
we're talking.
me with the lyrics. I just listen to.
Yeah, that's true.
When sparks fly.
Yeah.
You know, I like a beat.
Exactly. You just vibing. So maybe they're not for you. Maybe they're not for you.
I think it's just my job is speaking to people all day.
Yeah.
I think it's
so social battery is kind of low. You don't want to listen to anyone.
Yeah.
But your thoughts.
But at the same time, it doesn't make sense that we do one.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Okay. I thought you liked being here.
That's what I mean. I do like being here, so that theory goes out the window.
Hey, hypocrisy in humans.
This is the final episode of WAWNRT. I'm sorry, I don't even joke. This is not. It is not.
Yeah, you know, me and words. I'm already thinking, what? I need my therapy.
Yeah.
But nonetheless.
We're here for the foreseeable.
If you tuned in thus far, we appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
And
the thing with the music.
Yeah.
We're going to go into track of the week. If you want to pause it now, we'll put the tracks up on screen and then you can listen to it and then we're going to come back, discuss it.
You already know what mine is though, but it's fine.
I can't remember what you said.
Why am I singing? But yes, we're back and I'm weirdly singing. Yes, it's the music vibes, I guess.
Music vibes.
Yeah, so...
Well, that does bring us in nicely to the music round.
Yeah, I try not to be corny, but yes, do you want to go first? It's not Nicki Minaj.
I will go first. Nicki, no. So yeah, my track of the week is this track by Monster Rally, and it's called Sister Owls, and it's just been I've been listening to Monster Rally a lot over the past week, especially with getting back into work and stuff. But then I realised when I was picking my track of the week as I was driving here that I've been listening to a lot of music this week that just has no lyrics in it. It's just sounds that sound nice. Like there's this other group called Arc de Soleil. I think they have lyrics in it, but it's more like Krungbin-y, kind of just like hums and like heavenly kind of...
Just melodies. Yeah, because I was going to say, this track sounded really nice and just...
It's really, honestly, it's just the juiciest... That was my track of the week. It's just, I see so many things when I listen to that.
Do you know what?
I think it's the silence within the track, which I've been craving this week.
Yeah. Do you know what?
Yeah.
I was going to say, it feels like they're actually on stage playing it. If that makes sense. You're just sitting there quietly, just watching them.
Yeah.
And they're just floating around.
And you can see it, can't you?
Yeah.
So then I got here and I was like, okay, so when I usually describe my track of the week, it's always about the melody and how it makes me feel. And it's rarely ever about the lyrics or the song meant this or anything like that. But then I was like, okay, I'm going to research the artist a bit. And I'm just such a huge fan now because this Monster Rally sounds like a band, but it's not. It's this guy from... it's this guy from... Why did I say from when I fully forgot where he's from? It's a place in America or Canada that begins with an O. It's either Ontario or Ottawa. I think both of those are Canada. He's from somewhere. And he's like a multi-mixed media artist. So all his Instagram is his collage work. So you know the video, the artwork on the video.
Sister
it's all hand done collage. So the
Oh,
guy's
really?
a collage artist as well. And then I also found out that like all of the tracks that he makes are from samples that he's found from various places. So he's a collage artist in like in the albums covers that he makes and like the merch that he sells, and his
Oh, that's
Instagram
sick.
page is just him playing around with collage. But so is the music. So the music's just a collage of things
Yeah.
that he's found as well. And
Playing
I
with the
love
sounds.
that so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
I just thought that was really, really cool. Just bringing collage into like
Yeah.
both these worlds. So
It sounds like just a sort of a studio session.
Doesn't
just
it?
Like, no, it's a...
but it's just
very
it just sounds
nice,
like
yeah.
someone's just been foraging for music that they like, and then they just put together this
Yeah.
mishmash of like. And I
Yeah.
like it's Monster Rally, isn't it? Because it's just these monsters of things, of bits of
Yeah,
pieces
put together
of.
and then to make
Yeah.
something dope. Yeah.
So that is my track of the week and artist of the week. Even though we don't do artist of the week, but that's the thing. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
invent now.
Oof, yeah, I was gonna say actually have an album of the week, but I'm gonna stick to That's On Me. No, that's
What
an
about your
album.
track?
Cycles. I always butcher them. Cycles and Swimming. I always mess them up. Sorry, it's 2 albums.
Right.
Oh, yeah, it confused everything. My track of the week is That's On Me. It's okay, That's On Me.
Yeah.
That's the track. It's on me. I caused the confusion. But yeah, it's Mac Miller, That's On Me. And I think we discussed it briefly at the start. To say, wait, when I'm feeling sideways, Mac is the go-to. And sometimes default as well. So yeah, I highly rate him.
Yeah.
And this song is just like, it's like, take ownership of your shit.
But it's not said with,
Regardless.
it's not said like that. It's said in a way which is like.
Oh,
it's not
yeah,
talking
I
about
know,
You,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
talking about himself, but it makes you feel like. Of course, you relate to that.
Yeah.
If someone's saying you should do this differently, then you're like defensive. But if
Yeah.
someone's saying, "Oh, I did this wrong," then you're
Yeah.
immediately on their side.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
we love
like,
you,
no,
man.
that's on me. It's fine. That's on me. That's on me. And yeah. There you go. That's my track of the
I
week.
like
And
that.
sorry, I'm going to tie something back in because you just researched the artist and now you're even a bigger fan.
Yeah.
So what's your beef with me and Mac? Not that it does anything.
How are you gonna
Sorry.
make this personal? You and your Capricorn over it.
Well, you found
What's my
something
beef
in
with you
common.
and Mac? I have no beef. I think he's gorgeous. I hate that you didn't go and see him live. But other than that, the relationship is gorgeous. I'm an avid supporter of it.
It's not a relationship.
It
I
is a
think
relationship.
And we can cut it here. Weird enough, I'm quoting him. Don't worry. But yeah, no, I just think Mac is a dope artist, and he's one of those artists that improved over time. Like, he found himself whilst doing it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because when you look into Fast Mac, like Donald Trump, yeah. And you listen to Circles or Swimming, it's
Yeah.
like, whoa.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, whoa,
The
this dude,
evolution.
yeah, like the evolution is just insane. So yeah, I'm a big fan, especially since it's like I've been watching the progress or the evolution. So
Yeah.
it's yeah, like I said, he is one of them artists I wish I got to see. So if I ever come across him in Staples, I'm like, yo, what was Matt like?
Yeah.
That's the first time I'll ask him,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yo, sorry, it's random.
Maybe in
Pardon
like
my thoughts.
episode 111 with Vince Staples.
111. Yeah,
Triple digis.
sorry, just in 22. But yes, and oh, how is it
That's
making you feel?
interesting.
How is it making you feel?
I like it. I like that a
Oh,
lot. Vince Staples will see you on episode 111. That's confirmation. That's confirmation right there. Cool.
Slancher.
Slancher.
But yes, yo, thank you for joining us. For joining us.
Thank you for the joiners of the world.
We appreciate y'all.
But thank you for the joiners of the world too, because that job really
Hey,
does
that's
keep us
kind
together.
of like my job adjacent.
Are you a joiner?
No, but like, what are joiners? Are they not the people that build things?
Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been lovely having you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for joining. And if you haven't already, just to tidy up at the end.
Oh yeah. Sorry, yeah.
If you didn't already do it, just down below, please do like, subscribe, like, and comment. And also, we'd like to know your track of the day. Peace, love, and wisdom.
Sorry. I was just trying to do the thing. And if you point here, that is where the...
Yeah.
That'll do.